So in order to calibrate, you're gonna have to undo those wing nuts right there and take those bottom covers off. That's where the seed is gonna come out, is on the bottom of this meter when you're calibrating. You'll take that wing nut off and those little covers will drop down, but that's where the seed comes from when you calibrate. So when you do calibrate, in order to get product to fall through the bottom of the meter, the fan has to be off. But oil has to get through the fan in order to get to the meter. So you have to thread this all the way down so that you can run the meter but not the fan. So to calibrate, this needs to be threaded all the way in. When you're finished, you will thread it all the way out. All right, so we're up here in the cab, got the machine fired up, and there is the rate controller icon. And this is the home run screen. So right here is your speed. It gets that from the actual speed of the unit. So if I pull forward here a little bit, there, I just barely moved. It's giving us some speed here. So there's your speed. There is your meter RPMs, acres per hour, and fan RPMs. Those fan RPMs, I like to see them anywhere from the high 3,000s to the low to mid 5,000s, depending on your rate. So 4,000, 4,200, 4,500, somewhere in there is pretty good. Up here we've got our target rate and actual rate, and then you've got your on-off. So turn on, turn off. So that needs to be blue in order for everything to run. If you tap that box, you can tell it how much is in the hopper. Again, it says on, so if we were to drive forward right now, the meter back there would spin if we gave the fan oil. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip this button here, and that just turned on the fan. You can see I'm running 2,600. If I give it a little bit of throttle, there we're up to 4,300. And if I were to drive forward right now, the meter would spin because I've got it on, I've got fan on, and I've got it blue. So that means it's gonna seed if I pull forward. So let's try it. There, it's seeding. It's a little erratic right now because we're going so slow. There, it's starting to lock on, get a little closer. There we go. And it locked on to rate. We're going 3.8 and it's locked on. So I'll go ahead and stop here. Now there's several other features in here that you'll be curious about. Maybe how to change your rate. A lot of your settings are going to be on this gear. So to change your rate, you go gear, meter, rate. Change it to 40. There, it's 40. Your calibration stuff's going to be in here. So gear, meter, calibrate. And so you basically tell it how much to catch, at what speed, and hit play, and it will start running the meter and counting down through the calibration process. You're basically going to catch what you tell it to spit out, and then when it finishes, you tell it what it actually put out, and it corrects itself. It's a very handy, easy to use calibration parameter. From there, your hopper settings, you're chosen on rye right now. If you click that, it will drop down a list of all the products that you have created. You can create a wide variety of products. In order to do that, you go to gear, gear with the lock, person with the bag, add product, and then you go in here and you name this product. Maybe you want to name it CC for cover crop, and you got a target rate of 42 and a cow factor of 5. You can this scrolls through all the ones that you've ever made, but there's that CC, and so now I can go back in here and I can go into my hopper, and instead of rye I can choose that CC, and I had a target rate in there of 42. There's my 42, and I had a cow number in there of I think I chose 5 for my calibration number, and that is also what is in there now as well. So pretty handy, allows you to save products and go through there. So there's a lot of different parameters and things that you can play with. You know, maximum hopper capacity, low level threshold. So if you set this to 100, it will alarm you when you get down to 100 pounds. So you can control all of those different parameters and what kind of things you've got going on here. So that's the gist of it, how it works. The fan is still on because I flipped this. This is how you turn everything on and off. And then of course you will need to turn your scale head on. It shuts off by itself, but you do have to press that on button to turn it on. And right now it's showing that it's got negative 55 on it. I'll go ahead and zero that out by holding it. But we did calibrate this scale earlier today, so should be good to go there. So that's a walkthrough of this rate controller.